Matchup between them and the Wright State Raiders. It's a matchup between the number 2 now Golden Grizzlies and the number 4 Wright State Raiders as they fight to keep that top 4 spot for the Horizon League tournament. My name is Giovanni Moceri, here with Harjun Buttar in the Nutter Center. Harj, we got a great game ahead of us. What can the folks expect to see?
Yeah, just like you said, we got a great game. Wright State is coming into this game after a 92-85 win over the Detroit Mercy Titans. They are looking to get back on track and get a third straight win. And they have a pretty good chance of doing so in front of their home crowd because this Nutter Center provides a real home court advantage. This Wright State team, Joe, is probably one of the best offensive teams the Horizon League has ever seen. They are number 1 in points per game. They are number 1 in total points. They are number 1 in field goal percentage, number 1 in three-point percentage, number 1 in the number of players that have the letter E in their name. Just a lot of number 1s for this team. And they're led by their captain, Trey Calvin. He is an absolute monster. The preseason Horizon League Men's Player of the Year. And he's living up to that moniker as he dons the Wright State Raiders uniform. Some keys for Wright State in this game. They got to get good shots off the glass. They got to get high off the glass. Brandon Knoll and A.J. Braun are absolute animals in the middle, so they're going to rely heavily on that to stop this Oakland zone from having their way. The second thing, stop Blake Lampman. Blake Lampman has been on an absolute tear for the Grizzlies. He was on an absolute tear in their loss to Northern Kentucky, and he's going to continue to be on a tear during the rest of the Horizon League season. For Oakland, let's talk about Oakland. This is the second-ranked team in the Horizon League. This is a team that everyone counted out was 6th in the preseason polls, and boy, are they shocking the world. Some keys for them to win this game. Got to stop Trey Calvin. A lot of teams that have beaten Wright State have done one thing, stop Trey Calvin. And if you remember, harkening back to last year, Oakland held Trey Calvin to a combined 14 points in those two matchups. It's going to be a tight game, and it's going to be a good game between these two top 5 Horizon League teams.
And that big key for stopping Trey Calvin is going to involve a lot of rocket wads. In those 2 games in Wright State, Oakland was able to win both of them, holding Trey Calvin, like you said, to 14 points. Rocket wads. Here's a little bit of an illustration for you guys when it comes to Rocket one-on-one on defense. It's been something that Campy's been utilizing all season long for the opponent's top scorer, but he'll save him in the second half. He'll rest him for a few minutes before the final 5 of the game, and he'll say he does not score. Campy says to Rocket Watts, like, you do not let that person score. And for an illustration, last year in the arena, without Rocket Watts, Detroit Mercy's Antoine Davis scored over 30 points. But then the next home game, when Rocket Watts was there against Trey Calvin, held him to 6 points. So it's going to be a huge key to Rocket Watts' defense one-on-one with Trey Calvin in that key to stopping the Calvin man.
Yeah, and one thing about Trey Calvin is he's not necessarily like a three-point shooter, which you see from a lot of these Horizon League guards. They're heavy, heavy three-point shooters. His signature move is the mid-range jumper, which not a lot of Horizon League teams are conditioned to guard and are conditioned to play defense against. Mostly it's the interior paint game and the three-point game, but he provides that unique aspect to his game that gives Horizon League teams a lot of headaches and makes him one of the best players in this league.
And a run through the starting lineups before tip-off. Wright State will be starting Calvin, Braun, Knoll, Carter, and Hubricks, while Oakland will be starting Cole, Lampman, Conway, Townsend, and Jones. And tip-off is underway. Here in the Nutter Center, it's Chris Conway and Brandon Knoll, and it is won by the Golden Grizzlies as they start the first possession of the game. It's going to be Trey Townsend carrying it now to the right wing. Gives it to DQ Cole in the middle. He takes it to the left side, dodges some guys in the paint, and gets a layup almost. He's guarded heavily by the Raiders as he's able to force up a shot and get the starting points for Oakland.
Wright State relies heavily on a man-to-man scheme, so as long as DQ Cole continues to beat his man, he'll continue to get looks like that in the paint.
And Trey Calvin carrying across the Wright State logo, guarded heavily by the Golden Grizzlies. And a pass between him and Noah will leave him open for 3. Can't make it, but an offensive rebound and put back in by Wright State.
A.J. Braun, the highest field goal percentage in the Horizon League, has an unbelievable advantage of getting shots back.
DQ Cole now has it at the top, gives it to Lampman at the left wing. Trying to shake a man here, fires a three, just off the front rim, rebounded by Wright State. It's Calvin with it. He'll carry a pass, he'll slow down the offense. He's guarded by DQ Cole. Gives it over now to the right wing. That's going to be Hubricks between him and Calvin. Now inside to Knoll, inside to A.J. Braun, spinning around Chris Conway. Can he get free? He can't get the shot up and is off on the front rim. Golden Grizzlies rebound.
You know, despite A.J. Braun's tenacity, he does have a disadvantage at size position, and that's one of the strengths of Oakland's offense is they're able to get a lot of big guys into the paint to stop Wright State from scoring.
And Oakland moving around the ball. It's Blake Lampman on the right wing. Looking for an opening to pass inside. Conway's got it. Battling inside. Spins around. Hook shot. Goes in for Chris Conway.
Beautiful hook shot by Conway. Doesn't really get too involved. Doesn't really get too aggressive. I think we're starting to see a different side of Chris Conway early in this game.
Wright State Raiders now have it. Top of the key. Pass inside. It's Braun. Then a sneaking pass to Brandon Knoll, who lays it up for two.
Yeah, Brandon Knoll, reigning Horizon League Freshman of the Year, saw that and took his shot.
Trey Townsend now has it for Oakland. Bounce pass over to Conway on the right baseline. It's battling against Braun. Up and with the left hand is good for Chris Conway. He's getting going early.
Yeah, that's 4 points for Conway now, getting started early.
Wright State now has it. Calvin with it. He'll give it to wide open right wing for three. No good.
Yeah, great job on Isaiah Jones. Brandon Knoll can shoot the three, and he does a good job of it. So good job for Isaiah Jones to close out there.
And DQ Cole carrying the ball for Oakland, loses it out of bounds to a roar of the home crowd.
Yeah, it looks like Oakland's going to retain possession. This Nutter Center, we saw earlier in the women's game, Wright State versus Purdue-Fort Wayne. This crowd can really get into and make an impact.
And Oakland now has it. Trey Townsend on the inside. Gives it to Chris Conway, who fires a three off on the heel. That's not something we see often from Chris Conway.
No, it's not.
And now Trey Calvin has it left baseline. Looking to kick it out to the top. He does. Fires a three. No good for Wright State. That was Hubricks on the three, and it flies out of bounds. Oakland ball.
Yeah, good job by Oakland to continue to contest that. It went at an awkward angle, so they weren't able to get a good rebound. But, you know, when you're old like Oakland is, you are wise, and you're able to see things that younger teams like Wright State and Youngstown State can't really pick up on.
Now DQ Cole, the pride of Pontiac, carries it across the Raider logo. Then gives it to Isaiah Jones in the corner. It's now inside to Conway. Conway against A.J. Braun. Can't get a handle on the dribble here. He'll kick it out to Blake Lampman, who goes to the left corner. Takes baseline, layup up high. Can't get it. Chris Conway with the offensive rebound. And it will be turned over to Wright State.
Well, coaches do like their shots high off the glass, but that was almost heading for the rafters there.
Calvin with it to the top of the key, wide open three. Can't make it for that one. That was Hubricks again. Still looking for his three-point shot. And he'll have the ball again. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Looking for it. Sweeps it across. Now back to Calvin, left wing. Looking for some open space. 5 on the shot clock. They got to get it done soon before the whistle is blown.
Yeah. Oakland's tenacity on defense is, showing out here right now.
And that's going to be a change in possession here. Rocket Watts substitutes in for Oakland. It'll be Wright State's inbound. Calvin will take it for the Raiders.
Let's see if Oakland switches up their defense a little bit now that Rocket Watts is in the game.
Tanner Holden will give it to Hubricks. Pass around the inside, wide open, top of the key three. Wright State finally cashes in. That is Tanner Holden, the transfer from Ohio State.
Yeah, he's not going to miss that one if you give him a wide open look.
Now Jack Golke, who checks into the game for Oakland, sweeps it across to Trey Townsend. He's going inside, bashed around by Raiders, and he kicks it out to Lampman for three, just rims out. And it is rebounded by Holden.
Yeah, great shot selection, and great job by Townsend to play the inside-out game and get Townsend a shot.
And Calvin with the inside jumper is good for Trey Calvin. They'll give it back to Oakland. Rocket Watts has it in a hurry, and he pauses on the right wing. Sweeps it over to Lampman. Lampman backing up, kicks out to Golke, fakes a three, goes inside, dumps it off to Chris Conway, going for the dunk, but meeting him was Brandon Knoll, no shot.
I think Golke's hesitation really turned the possession around for Oakland, and they recognized that Conway was going to get the ball early.
And inside, a skip pass will fly out of bounds, looking for Brandon Knoll, but it will fly out and turn the ball over to Oakland. Score is 9-6 with 15-10 on the first half clock here. We'll be right back here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports. It's 9-6 in favor of the Raiders to start in the first half here, 15-10 on the clock. And for all of you wondering, we are also live on YouTube on WXOU Sports. So if you're tuning into 88.3 FM, if you're tuning into the TuneIn Radio app, and you want to get a look at the broadcasters here in the Nutter Center, then YouTube is the place to be. Just search WXOU Sports. We're live right now. As we get back into action here, Trey Townsend will carry it across for the Golden Grizzlies. Bounce pass now over to Rocket against Calvin at the top. He goes inside to the left. Jump shot will roll off the front of the rim. An offensive rebound will go to Wright State. Hubrick's with it.
Just a ton of bodies there for Wright State.
Wide open as Tanner Holden fakes a three, goes inside. A wild circus pass looking for Knoll on the inside will be interrupted and go to the Golden Grizzlies. Trey Townsend with it with speed. Oakland already in action. Looking for some space against Knoll. Doesn't have it. Goes to Rocket Watts. And now up to Golke at the top. Rocket will take it now. Oakland is looking for an opening here, as it's now in the hands of Lampman. Sweeps it around to Townsend with speed. Stops on a dime. Can't get the shot up. Shot clock at 4. Golden Grizzlies got to do something. Rocket Watts will take it just a little bit too short. And the shot clock is violated.
Tough possession there for Oakland.
Couldn't seem to find an open spot, whether it was a cutting Trey Townsend or it was an open shot for Rocket at the top. Wright State's defense held strong in that possession.
It's not something they're typically known for. They do have games where they play really, really good defense, and it seems like they're just continuing to play tight to every person on the court.
Yeah, Wright State gives up the one of the highest field goal percentages in the Horizon League. It gives up the most points as well, as Oakland has it, 14 on the shot clock. It's Lampman in the right corner, looking to get some space. He takes baseline, sweeps it all the way around, and is going to be fouled as he goes. Looking for Jack Golke there. From our vantage point, it's a little bit tough to see here. We are all the way at the
concourse.
We're all the way at the concourse, looking at it from an angle. But either way, still 9-6, 14 minutes on the first half clock here. Wright State holds the lead as Trey Calvin is double teamed by Tone Hunter and Rocket Watts, and a foul will be called on Tone Hunter.
That's Oakland's second foul of the half.
It'll be Tanner Holden to inbound it for Wright State. Inbounds it to Brandon Knoll, gives it back, and then Tone Hunter picks the pocket. And now Oakland has it. It's Rocket Watts with it. One-on-one with Holden. He takes a shot up, and it rolls in for Oakland.
That was a tough shot by Rocket Watts.
9-8, Oakland down by 1. 13:40 on the first half clock. Knoll has it on the left wing, fakes a three, gives it inside. Tanner Holden's wide open, and he makes the jump shot.
Yeah, no one closed out there, specifically Buru Neva-Larua just was in space and probably should have closed out on Holden.
And coming into this game, Holden is only 11 points away from 2,000 in his career, and he's getting closer to that as the game goes on. Oakland's possession will be unscored as Wright State has it back. Fires a three, can't make it for Wright State. That was Hubricks on the shot, and he gets the ball back. Offensive rebound for Wright State. They're trying to get some open space here before another foul is called.
Yeah, just getting a little bit of handsy there. Probably going to be a shooting foul now.
That'll be Tone Hunter coming out for Isaiah Jones on the Oakland side. A fresh 20 will be put on the shot clock as Trey Calvin gets ready to inbound it for his Raiders. Gets it over to the top. Corner three, fake. Knoll underneath, snuck by the Golden Grizzly defense and made the layup.
Yeah, just looked invisible and then reappeared at the right time.
13-8, just under 13 to go in the first half. Wright State with a 4-point lead. And it's DQ Cole at the top, holding it. We'll sweep it over to Jones on the right wing. Gives it back to Baru now at the top. Bounce pass to Townsend. He's against Knoll. And Wright State defense focusing on him. But Trey Townsend will take the shot anyway. Hook shot is good.
Yeah, good job there by Trey Townsend.
13-10, Oakland down by 3. Wright State has it again. Steal by Trey Townsend. He takes it back. 2-on-1, and Isaiah Jones will slam it down to bring it within 1.
Trey's not really a pickpocket, but I think he recognized that they were off balance and took advantage of that and found Jones for the open slam dunk.
13-12, 12 minutes on the clock. Brandon Knowles inside against Baru. Triple team, still gets the shot up, can't make it, and Oakland gets the rebound.
Yeah, they're starting to recognize how volatile Knoll can be in the paint, and triple teaming him was the right move there.
DQ Cole with it at the top. He's guarded by Holden. Patiently waiting for his Golden Grizzlies. He takes it himself to the right baseline. Euro step, and he gets right in front of the basket for an open shot.
Yeah,
DQ Cole.
It's like we said when DQ got the first points of this game. As long as he continues to beat his man, there's no one that can stop him.
Wright State's got it back. Holden with it. He takes it to the far side. And looking inside would be, that'd be Brandon Grant. He's called for a foul. And that'll stop play here and bring us to the under 12 media timeout. Wright State down by 1. Oakland got the lead 14-13 with 11.5 to go in the first half. We'll be right back here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports. It's the Golden Grizzlies at the Nutter Center. We're here for WXOU Sports. It is Military Appreciation Night here in the Nutter Center, and WXOU would like to extend our gratitude to all our military members and those who have served in protecting our America. Score right now is 14-13. Oakland holds the lead with 11:27 on the first half clock. Harj, it's been a little bit of back and forth so far.
Yeah, I mean, going into the first time, Oakland didn't really get a lot of shots to fall, and I think they're starting to find their groove offensively now. They just got to continue to contain Holden, or at least start to contain Holden going into the rest of this half.
And DQ Cole will be the carrier of the ball across the Wright State logo to start it off for Oakland. Trey Townsend now at the right wing. And a foul is called off ball. That'll be a foul on Wright State, A.J. Braun. And that'll allow Oakland to substitute Isaiah Jones out for Blake Lampman back into the game. Blake Lampman's been a big focus for the Golden Grizzlies on offense and for other teams on defense. Jack Golke fires a three in the corner, can't make it. Offensive rebound by DQ Cole. He'll put it back up and in for Oakland.
This just seems to be DQ's game right now. He's gotten 6 points, and he's being tenacious in the paint.
He's been getting it done.
Absolutely.
Wright State's got it. It's Holden. Holden will go to the right sideline and kick it back out. Wright State's backed up all the way to the logo here. Now it's Trey Calvin. Pass inside to Knoll. Sneaks by again. This gets the layup, and it goes in.
Yeah, good job for Chris Conway to recognize that Knoll was in the paint, but Knoll got to work really quickly there and got the easy layup.
Oakland still with the 1-point lead, 16-15, 10.5 to go in the first half. Trey Townsend has it, sweeps it across to Jack Golke, and the ball was tapped out, and it will go to Wright State.
And Jack Golke's trying to call for the foul there.
Disagreement amongst the teams.
Campy's trying to call for the foul, too.
If only he had stripes on his shirt. Wright State's now got it. Bounce pass inside to Braun, kicks it out to Knoll, and it's now back at the top. Trey Calvin's got it. Brandon Knoll fakes a three, and a pass is intercepted, looking for the inside, but Blake Lampman got both paws on it.
Yeah, saw it quickly and jumped the route, got the ball.
Blake Lampman's now got it right wing. DQ will control it at the top. Holds it there for a little bit. It's now over to Lampman, sweeping around back towards the top, right side. Looking for a kick out here. Is looking for Golke, couldn't find him. And Trey Townsend will get the handoff. It's interrupted here. Shot clock's winding down. Shot is up. Shot is no good for Trey Townsend. That one went all the way down to 0.
Oh, absolutely. And you could see Wright State was trying to play the ball really aggressively. They got Trey Townsend to give it up, and he got it back. Credit to Trey Townsend to try to extend the possession as much as he could.
Wright State back with it. Holden at the top. Holden at the top. Pass inside. Triple teamed by Golden Grizzlies before the wide open kick out for three. Just rolls out. Can the Golden Grizzlies get it? Jack Golke was fighting for it. The wide open putback was missed by Wright State, and it goes back to Oakland.
Oakland caught a break there.
In transition, it's DQ Cole. Gets fouled before he gets his shot up. Wow, what a wild
turn of events. Oh, absolutely.
It was a pass that was bobbled on the inside. It was dropped. Golke was trying to get it. It was wide open to put it back up for Wright State. They miss it, and then it's fired all the way across the court for Oakland, and then they get fouled before the shot was up. A lot happening in a few seconds.
Absolutely.
16-15 is still the score. 9:19 on the first half clock. So we got substitutions for Wright State. Brandon Knoll will come out for number 15, Brandon Grant. Oakland getting ready to inbound is DQ Cole. He'll give it to Isaiah Jones, who substitutes in for the Golden Grizzlies. Goes to Blake Lampman. Blake Lampman fires a three off on the back iron. Wright State's got it. It's Holden. Kicks it over. It's now in the right wing. Passing around for Wright State, looking for an opening. Fires a three. Just off. High rebound, but Wright State's got it back. Holden's got it. He'll kick it across to the right wing. Wright State looking for an opening. 10 on the shot clock. Pass is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Wright State.
They're playing tenacious against Trey Calvin right now, really trying to cut off the passing lanes to and from Trey Calvin, and that's looking to disrupt Wright State's offense quite a bit here.
And Logan Woods is getting ready to inbound it for Wright State. Still 16-15, 8:44 to go in the first half. They got it. They put it up, and it is no good rebounded by Oakland. Not a lot of these shots have been falling for Wright State. As Oakland has it, DQ Cole with it to Jack at the top. Goalkeeper will give it back to Cole as they settle in to get the play call. DQ with it, gives it to Isaiah Jones. Transfer from Detroit Mercy. He'll take it softly to the right wing. Bounce pass over to Baru. Baru looking to put the moves on. Spin around jumper is good for Naivalarua.
Beautiful shot there by Baru.
Score is 18-15. Oakland with a 3-point lead with 8 to go in the first half. Calvin holds it as Isaiah Jones guards Woods tightly. Before the play is slowed down, they'll take it to the far side. Picks up the dribble as Woods. Pass inside looking for Braun. Braun loses the ball. Golden Grizzlies strip it away and they take it across the court. It's DQ Cole to Jack Gohlke for 3. Just a little too strong, but there's DQ Cole again putting it back in for Oakland.
DQ Cole in the paint. Foreign concept to Oakland, Joe.
You'd be surprised to learn that he's the second leading rebounder on the Golden Grizzlies, second only to Trey Townsend, as Wright State fires a wide open 3. Just too soft. And he'll give it back to Oakland in transition here. Oakland now up by 5, 20-15, as DQ Cole fires a 3. Just a little bit to the left. Wright State's got it. They got to get their bearings back on offense. Calvin with it. He'll take it to the inside, kick it out for 3. Can't make that one either. Off defensive rebound by Baru. As now Jack Gohlke, he'll slow it down for Oakland. Gives it back to Cole. Cole will receive the play call as he's guarded by Trey Calvin. Cole looking for some space, goes to his left side. Kicks out to Lampman at the top. Lampman's directed traffic. Ball almost swiped out by Woods. He takes it to the left side, goes all the way to the baseline before losing the ball out of bounds.
Looks like it went off a Wright State player. But you're seeing how aggressively Wright State is playing the ball. They're really trying to get some steals and get Oakland out of their offense right now.
But it will result so far. Oakland up by 5 with 6.5 to go in the first half. 20-15 is the score. Golden Grizzlies with the lead. And we'll be right back here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports here from the Nutter Center. Score right now, Oakland is up by 5 with 6.5 to go in the first half. Wright State normally would be making a lot of the shots that they're taking, but so far, not many of them have gone through.
Yeah, absolutely. On average, they're shooting about 56% a night, but right now they're shooting about 33, so way lower than they usually shoot. Meanwhile, Oakland is shooting pretty close around their average. They're shooting 42 right now. They usually shoot about 44. Chalk that up to the fact that they haven't made a three at this game, and a huge part of their offense is, as we talked about pregame, living and dying by the three. So as long as they continue to get more efficient with their threes, and as long as they continue to incorporate some shots in to give Wright State a lot of different looks, Oakland's going to be just fine offensively.
But I would start to get that going in a hurry here, because who knows when Wright State will wake up and start making all the shots that they're making. Some of these are wide open. As an inbound, almost a lob to Baru. Couldn't quite slam it down. Oakland still looking for that connection with Baru on these fantastic lobs, but it will be back now to Wright State. Hubricks with it, bounce pass inside of Brandon Knoll. He'll take it to the left side for the layup. No good. Bobbled by both the teams before it flies out of bounds. It will go to Oakland.
Now you saw they double-teamed Brandon Knoll instead of the triple team they usually deploy when he's in the paint. But it worked, and he didn't get a comfortable shot in, and Oakland was good to contest the ball.
Blake Lamman will be carrying it across the logo here. Dumps it off now to DQ Cole. At the top here, looking for some space. He goes to his left side. Looking for a pass, can't see it. Goes to Townsend in the corner. Left corner against Brandon Knoll. Bashes his way inside. Shot is up. Shot is good for Trey Townsend.
Yeah, great job by Trey Townsend. Seemed like a 50-50 shots there, but Townsend found the good 50 instead of the bad 50 on that one.
Holden with it, guarded by Townsend. We'll give it to Hubricks. Hubricks fakes a three before passing it off. Looking for another three. There it is, and it's landed.
Dang. Trey Townsend guarding Hubricks. You'd think there would be a lot less space to work with, but he swished that one.
Alex Hubricks from three, something the Wright State Raiders have been needing so far this game. 22-18, 5:15 to go. Oakland puts up a shot, no good, rebounded by the Raiders.
Looked like DQ got a little bit too comfortable with that shot there. A lot of space for him to work with.
Tanner Holden will skip past it all the way to the other side. Top of the key now, faked a three, thought that was a up and downs there, but he goes inside. That'd be Hubricks. Fakes a three from the top and then goes inside, makes the layup to put the game within two. Oakland 22, Wright State 20.
They'd be wise to score it here.
Blake Lamman with it, right wing, gives it to Baru at the top. Bounce pass over to Townsend. Townsend gets the work going inside. Spins around left side. Fancy layup, no good. And rebounded back to the Raiders.
Looks like he found the other half of that 50.
Raiders can tie the game or get the lead here. Kick out pass. Wright State looking for a spot inside. It's a elbow jumper, no good. That was shot by Tanner Holden. And Oakland's got it back. DQ Cole with this, sweeps it across. Jack Golke at the top, fires a three and makes it. There's the Jack Golke we've been looking for. 25-20, Oakland with a 5-point lead, 4 minutes to go in the first half. Wright State's got it back. They fire a three off the backboard, no good, back right to Golke. Now to DQ, he gets the play call. Still 25-20, Oakland 5-point lead. Bounce pass over to Townsend, right wing, ball's poked out to reset it. Townsend still has it, goes inside, double teamed, up and in for Trey Townsend.
Yeah, that's enough space for Trey Townsend to get about 1,000 points there.
Wright State's got it. Brown wearing the 0 tonight. Shot up by Wright State, offensive rebound, did not go through. They get another crack at it. In the corner, couldn't find some space. It's Knoll against Baru. Spin around jumper will fall through for the former freshman of the year.
Yeah, we talked about this, and I think this was evident in the game against Green Bay. Give Knoll any kind of space when he tries to take a jumper, he'll torch you.
27-22. Oakland still with a 5-point lead, just under 3 to go in the first half. Cole has it, goes to his left side, loses the ball, and it's out of bounds. It will stay with Oakland, though, but it will bring us to a media timeout. From the Nutter Center, 27-22, Oakland with a 5-point lead. 2:50 to go before halftime on WXOU Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports as Oakland holds a 5-point lead still over Wright State, 27-22, with 2:50 to go before halftime. Giovanni Moceri here for play-by-play and Harjun Buttar for color, and we thank you to Drew Allison for manning the studio for us back in Rochester.
And that's his first time doing studio, and we know he's doing a good job. Consummate professional. Love working with the guy.
And we're getting ready to get back into action here. Wright State not shooting at the percentage that we're used to seeing them on their home court, no less.
Oakland's not giving them a lot of good looks, and it's throwing Wright State's offense off completely.
As Oakland will maintain possession coming out of the timeout here. Chris Conway's back in for Oakland. He's up at the top. Tone Hunter back as well. Right wing guarded by Trey Calvin. It's going to go around the perimeter over to Trey Townsend. Takes it to the right baseline. Not a lot of space given. Headbutts Brandon Knoll before stepping back for a shot. No good. Oakland will keep it. Jack Golke faking the three and then taking it and then making it.
Beautiful job to fake out Golden and get enough space to see everything and get that three.
Holden almost jumped into the front row there. Golke was wide open for three. Wright State's got it. A lob attempt inside will go no good as it flies out of bounds.
Well, the scary thing is they've been able to get that work very frequently in the last few games, and they had several of those attempts against the Detroit Mercy Titans, and it was just terrorizing the Titans in the middle. But credit to Oakland for putting a clamp on it early.
And Wright State's got it. Inside jumper will fall no good. Shot by Holden, and it will be back now to Oakland as Tone Hunter responsible for the ball. Gives it to Conway. Over to the corner. Hunter thinks about the three in the corner, decides not to take it. Back to Conway in the middle. Conway picks up his dribble, spins around, makes the turnaround hook shot.
And that's the Conway we saw earlier in the game. Beautiful job there.
32-22. Oakland's now up by 10 in the Nutter Center, and they get a steal. Back to Oakland. That pass will be intercepted to reset it.
Yeah, it looks like it got tipped there.
Trey Calvin's got it against Blake Latman. Stopped and jumps up from the elbow and is good for Trey Calvin.
Already flexing his muscles there.
The mid-range jumper, a deadly shot for Trey Calvin. And the predicted Horizon League Player of the Year. 32-24, a minute and 15 to go in the first half. Play will stop as Conway gets the pass.
Looks like there was a foul.
That'll be A.J. Braun called for the foul. There'll be a fresh 20 on the shot clock, 1:10 on the clock, 32-24. Oakland with a sizable lead in a game that means a whole lot in the Horizon League standings as we're deep into the month of January.
Oakland's been able to get a lot of
February.
It's okay, I mixed up the months too.
Oakland's got it. Tone Hunter inside, shot up and no good, swatted away by the surrounding Raider defense.
That was an unintentional foul draw there for Hunter.
He's going to get a couple of free throws for that. The first we've seen tonight. Score 32-24. And we'd like to remind everybody listening that we are also live on YouTube. Just search WXOU Sports and tune in to the bright green thumbnail of Wright State and Oakland. Get a view of your lovely broadcasters here in Dayton, Ohio, as we call from the concourse of the Nutter Center.
We like to keep things transparent here, Joe. You know, you had to convince me on the idea, but I'm loving it.
Tone Hunter's shot is up. Shot is good for Tone Hunter. He makes both of them. 34-24. Oakland back to a 10-point lead as Calvin has it back for Wright State. Gives it over to Holden. Kubricks will pass it inside to Knoll. Hook shot up, bounces a couple times and is no good. Back to the Golden Grizzlies.
Seems to be a lid on the net right now for Wright State.
34-24, less than 40 to go before halftime. Baru has it at the top, bounce pass to Townsend. Townsend will take it inside, pick up his dribble, loses the ball, but Isaiah Jones is right there underneath to put it back in quickly for Oakland.
Fortuitous spacing for Oakland and fortuitous spacing for Isaiah Jones to get the ball there.
36-24, 20 to go. This shot clock could end the half. Trey Calvin against Tone Hunter. Calvin will pause. He wants this shot to end the half. Looking for an open opportunity, communicating to his teammates. Tone Hunter called on the foul as he goes and swipes for the ball with 8.1 left on the first half clock.
Looks like Oakland's going to call timeout here.
One thing you don't want is to give Wright State any kind of momentum going into halftime.
Absolutely
you want to keep
not.
this crowd quiet. You want to keep them down where they are. No letting off of the gas.
And that's why it's really important to keep this defensive possession and, kind of think about what you're going to do to stop Wright State from scoring here and taking some momentum, like you were saying, into the halftime break.
Leading scorers so far, DQ Cole leads the Golden Grizzlies with 8, and tied with him on the other side is Brandon Knoll, also with 8. Looking at the rebounds, Baru with 5 and Holden with 5 to tie it up for each team here for leading rebounders.
And we saw Holden starting to punish Oakland early with some really good shots, but they seem to have clamped down on him quite a bit coming out of that second timeout.
Score remains 36-24. Both teams exiting their timeouts with a great game plan, I'm sure. Scott Nagy for Wright State built a great program here for the Raiders.
And one thing that he does profess a lot is take smart shots. And that's why their shot percentage has been so high this year.
And with the clock winding down 3 seconds ago, shot is put up. Shot is no good to put the buzzer on the first half. Oakland up big here in Dayton, Ohio. 36-24, up by 12. It's been a great half so far for the Golden Grizzlies. DQ Cole been on fire. Not only with the points, but getting offensive rebounds and putting it back in has been a huge key piece as to what Oakland's been doing so far in the first 20 minutes.
And if Oakland wants to win this game, change nothing. What you've been doing is working.
If it gets you to 12 points, then if you do exactly the same the next half, you'll be out of here with a 24-point lead. But we'll see how it all shakes out here. We'll send it over to Drew Allison in the studio for WXOU Sports after this first half. 36-24, Oakland up big. Welcome back, everybody, to the Nutter Center here in Dayton, Ohio. WXOU Sports is here for now the second half of the Golden Grizzlies and the Raiders. So far, the Golden Grizzlies are up big at the half. 12 points is the margin between the Golden Grizzlies and the Raiders, 36-24. I'm Giovanni Moceri here with Harjun, Buttar, Drew, Allison in the studio to give you the rest of this wonderful Horizon League matchup. Harj, we got a few things that we're looking for in this second half here for the audience to keep track of. What are they?
Well, Rocket Watts is 4 points away from getting 2,000 career points. Blake Lampman is 9 points away from getting 2,000 career points. For Wright State, Tanner Holden has 5 points in this contest. He needs 11 total to get 2,000 points.
That'll be another 6 in this half alone for him to reach that 2K mark in all of the great careers so far on the court today. There's a lot of thousands going on here on the Nutter Center floor.
It was a pretty historic night, or it is shaping up to be a pretty historic night overall in the Horizon League as well. Marquez Warwick needed 20 points coming into this game against Detroit Mercy in order to be the all-time leading scorer for the Northern Kentucky Norse. Has nothing to do with the game we're broadcasting here.
It's Horizon League.
But it's Horizon League basketball. It's momentous. You know, it's something that you don't really see often. And how crazy is it that all these different milestones happen in one day?
And to get those milestones rolling here, play will resume shortly as teams come out of their second half timeout. Wright State, for them coming into the second half, they're just going to have to start making the shots,
Absolutely.
right?
And, you know, Oakland has capitalized on Wright State's mistakes. And for Oakland, change nothing, because what you were doing in the first half seems to be working.
And we have an error in the shot clock that will hold off the start of the second half. We've been seeing a lot of this in the Horizon League, not only in the previous game against Detroit. We were watching that game to study up, and the game started with a very similar clock error, and this happens a few times in the arena as well. Perhaps it's something spread around the Horizon League where the clocks just hesitates, let's say. But either way, we are back to play here. Wright State's got on offense. Sweeping around to the left side of the net is Tanner Holden. He won't make the shot, but whistles blown after. It will be a foul on Oakland to return the possession to Wright State. And right away, A.J. Braun will kick it out around the perimeter now. Alex Hubricks will hold it. In the far corner is Trey Calvin for three. Off just short of the basket. A huge volleyball match for the rebound, and DQ Cole is there to grab it for the Golden Grizzlies defense.
Tenacious rebounding by DQ.
That thing had looked like, I believe, 5 tips up in the air before DQ came down with it. But Oakland's got it back. Blake Lampman on the close wing. He'll kick it out to the top to Isaiah Jones. Jones will go inside. Euro step his way to the center. A travel is desired by the Wright State bench. Shot will bobble out of the net before returning to Wright State, and they come down with speed. Layup is up, and layup is good.
Just fast break blew by Lampman and got the easy right-hand layup.
And that's Tanner Holden. He's now 4 away from 2,000, and Oakland quickly makes a shot to make it 38-26 before Wright State returns to possession.
Isaiah Jones, great transition player for Oakland. Made a good shot there.
Alex Hubricks at the top to Holden for 3. Holden will make it. He's 1 point away from 2,000. And the crowd is excited. DQ Cole's got it for Oakland, guarded by Trey Calvin. He'll take it to his left side. Over with it on the wing. Now up to the top is Townsend. Townsend will go inside. Shot is up. Shot is good for Trey Townsend against Brandon Knoll.
Beautiful little no-look hook there from Trey.
Wright State's got it back. 40-29 is the score. Oakland's up by 11. 18 to go in the game. Bounce pass inside. Double teamed.
And that's Tanner Holden.
That's Tanner Holden, double teamed by Oakland as he was going up for his shot.
Kind of anticlimactic that you're going to probably make history on free throws.
He's going to need just one of these to go in to not only get his 2,000s, but to get Wright State within single digits. 40-29, 17:57 on the clock, and that free throw made will mark the exact 2,000th point of Tanner Holden's NCAA college basketball career. He'll go up for another. 40-30. Shot is up. Shot is off on the front. He'll stay at an even 2,000 as Oakland gets the rebound. Trey Townsend takes a tumble during the event. DQ Cole's got it. Goes to his left side. Picks up his dribble. Bounce pass over to Golke. Golke looking for some open space. He'll give it to Conway at the top. Oakland's looking for some space here. 13 on the shot clock. DQ Cole bounce pass to Townsend. He'll give it over to Chris Conway, who fires an elbow jumper. No good. It stays 40-30. Wright State goes by. To the arc is Trey Calvin. Sweep it over to Hubricks. Hubricks wide open in the corner. Passes it for three. Just rims out. Offensive rebound is put back in. That was Tanner Holden on the wide open three. Didn't make it and was put back in by Wright State, and the crowd is getting back into the game here. 40-32, 17 left to go. Oakland's got it back. Trey Townsend goes inside, stops, looks for an outlet pass. Pass is interrupted and intercepted by Holden. Holden will take it across himself. Euro step shot is up, and Trey Townsend is there to swat the ball back down.
Great job there by Townsend to chase down Holden to get a hand on that ball there.
Wright State will keep the ball, but possession was slowed down due to the defensive effort. Wright State's got it. Holden with it. Looking for an inside pass to Knoll, who volleyballs it up. Can't get it in. As Oakland comes back to the other side with speed. It's DQ Cole on the left side. Goes up and under to get the layup.
Just split that double team, and that brings DQ Cole to double digits in this game.
42-32. Oakland keeps the 10-point lead against Wright State. Calvin with the jump shot is good for Trey Calvin.
Well. Trey Calvin's getting his minutes in.
16-10 on the clock, 42-34. Oakland's up by now 8. DQ Cole's got it. He goes to his left. Stops on the wing. Pass inside to Conway. Conway trying to get some moves going on. A.J. Braun. Shot is up off on the heel.
Too strong there.
Hubricks will take it across for Wright State. At the top. Laser of a pass is good for the shot. That's Holden again, piling onto the 2,000. He's accrued through his career. Game is within 6, 42-36, 15 and a half to go in the game. DQ Cole's got it at the top, guarded by Calvin. Finds some space, pauses, fumbles with the ball, kicks it out to Golke at the top for three. Just off on the right side, will fly out of bounds. Knoll boxing out a Golden Grizzly, making sure that they get possession back as it flew into the Oakland bench. Wright State's cutting into it. 6-point lead is now to the Golden Grizzlies, 42-36 with 15:18 on the second half clock. You're listening to WXOU Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports, as Wright State's starting to close in on Oakland, but are still down by 6. Oakland leads 42-36 over the Raiders here in the Nutter Center. We got 15 and some change to go in the game.
Yeah, and Oakland's feeling the wrath of Wright State right now. This is the Wright State we've kind of grown accustomed to. They're hitting their shots. They seem to be getting in a rhythm, and Chris Conway's been taking a lot of shots that, quite frankly, he doesn't make and he doesn't take. So
we seen an elbow jumper just before going into timeout. At the early part of the game, we saw a 3-point shot attempted, and it's not what Chris Conway's known for. We got to get him back to his bread and butter, what he's used to doing, to have him and Trey Townsend battling Noel on the inside along with A.J. Brown. As teams separate from their timeouts, get ready to get back into action. Once again, 42-36 is the score in the second half. Oakland's up by 6. 15-18 left in the game.
We talked a little bit about Oakland and what they had to do to win this game. They could either choose to stop Calvin and Holden, or they could choose to stop Brown and Noel, and they've chosen the latter, and that's where we are right now, where Calvin and Holden are trying to get into a rhythm.
And Wright State's now got it. Holden with it. Passes inside to Noel. Noel bashes through on the left side. Layup is no good. Or rather, that was A.J. Braun. He'll be fouled on the shot and will step to the line. There will be a foul on Baru. Leading scorer so far for the Golden Grizzlies. DQ Cole leads it with 10, who is 5 of 8 from the field with 7 rebounds on top of that. First free throw no good for A.J. Braun. Gets ready for his second. Shot is up. Shot is good. To bring it just a little bit closer, 42-37. It's now within 5. DQ Cole's got it at the top for Oakland. Goes to his left side, fires a pass into the corner to Golke for 3. Just a little too strong.
Yeah, he was moving there. He was moving when he took that shot and couldn't get set.
Trey Calvin with it. Gets some space. Fires a jump shot. Just kisses the front of the rim, but rolls in.
Yeah, it was a friendly roll there for Calvin. Now it's a 3-point game.
42-39. The crowd's back in it here in Dayton, Ohio. Cole at the top. Looking for some space against Calvin, who's now energized. Cole can't get some space. Lampman sweeps across. 10 on the shot clock. Bounce pass to Trey Townsend. Triple teamed. Shot is still up. It's still good for Townsend.
Townsend gets into these moments where it doesn't matter if you put an entire legion of Roman soldiers on him. He'll still make that shot.
44-39. Oakland got some cushion back. Up by 5. Brendan Knoll with it. Will give it to Hubricks for 3. Hubricks' 3 will just roll out, and Baru's there to clean it up. Cole with it to carry it to half court. Cole, little razzle-dazzle, trying to get some space away from Holden. He'll take it all the way to the inside. Layup is up, swatted away, and no good. Gives it back to Wright State.
I think he was too late in his jump to make that shot.
And an elbow jumper by Trey Calvin will be swatted away from behind and flies out of bounds. 13:35 is the time on the clock. 44-39. Oakland still with a 5-point lead. Townsend is now at 10 points, tied with DQ Cole for top of the team. Brandon Knoll will fake a 3 up at the top. And as he goes to his left side, a foul is called on Hubricks. That will give the ball
Jack Golke.
Or rather, that was Jack Golke, the other number 3 on the court. Wright State keeps possession. Trey Calvin now with it on the wing. Up to the top, bounce pass quickly inside. Shot is up, shot is no good. That was Holden on the shot. Score remains 44-39. Tone Hunter now carries the rock. Trying to get some space away from Trey Calvin. He goes to his right side, fouled on the effort.
Calvin's not happy with that.
Little bit too much contact.
He got the ISO matchup and looked like Tone Hunter was going to beat him. And he just had to get his hands on him to stop that.
And it looks like Golke will be the one to inbound it for Oakland. Just over 13 on the clock. Tone Hunter now has it on the logo. Once again guarded by Calvin. Moves to his right side over to now Baru at the top. Looking for Townsend. He goes to his left side against Knoll. Double teamed. looking for a kick out wide. Open Tone Hunter will find Golke in the corner for three. Jack Golke.
Beautiful swing pass by Tone Hunter to find the open Golke in the corner.
47-39. There's a little cushion for Oakland. As Wright State's now back on offense, Calvin stops on a dime for a jumper on the right baseline. Wow.
His mid-range jumper is lethal.
47-41, back to a 6-point game here. Oakland maintains the lead. Calvin now has 8 on the night. Hunter has it, goes to his left side. Pass is intercepted. Baru's barely able to get it back to Hunter and leaves it wide open for Trey Townsend for the dunk.
Beautiful job.
49-41. That's 8 points now for Oakland in the lead. Wright State's now got it. Pass inside. It's Knoll against Baru. Knoll's shot is up, swatted away.
The physicality of Baru, which has been too much for Brandon Knoll in this game.
And it'll stay in bounds to Oakland. Tone Hunter with it, getting the play call from Campy. Oakland trying to make this 40th season for head coach Greg Campy a special one. And Blake Lamont, he'll fire a three. He'll land it. Bullseye.
That is not what you wanted if you were Wright State. Getting both Golke and Lamont good opportunities. Wright State's in some trouble if both those guys get hot.
Wright State got it within 3 earlier in the second half, but Oakland has now re-extended it to the 11-point game that we saw nearly at halftime here. We're going to take a break here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back here to WXOU Sports as Wright State got it within 3 a few minutes ago, but Oakland re-extended their lead up to 11 with 11:30 on the second half clock here. 52-41 is the score in favor of the Golden Grizzlies.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about this game so far, especially in the second half. Wright State's defense has been one of their biggest weak points in this game, and it looks like Oakland is starting to take advantage of the holes in that defense. They're letting Jack Golke and Blake Lampman get hot, which has been a dangerous precedent for a lot of teams in this league. But we talked a little bit about it during the break. There's still a lot of time left, and we know how potent Wright State's offense can be. So Oakland just has to continue to play with the same defensive energy that they have all game. And they have to continue to stop Trey Calvin from getting those mid-range jumpers and force him to take shots that he doesn't typically take.
And Trey Calvin already up to 10 points here in the game. 5 of 9 from the field. He is scoreless from 3 out of 3 attempts. But Tanner Holden is leading Wright State right now, 13 points. He has 5 of 14 from the field and 50% from 3 off of 4 attempts here. He also has 7 rebounds on the night.
He's been an absolute animal in this game.
Wright State's got it back. It's Trey Calvin guarded by DQ Cole. He'll pass it inside to Knoll against Baru. Shot is up, shot is good. A quick turnaround on the right side for Brandon Knoll. 52-43. Oakland back with it. Tone Hunter, he'll quickly get over to his right side and leave a wide open Baru there for the dunk.
That vertical is showing its power right now, and Baru got up there to slam that ball down for the dunk.
The net is still shaking on the other side as Wright State gets it across. Calvin hits the floor.
Yeah, it seems like a reach there. Tone got a little bit physical, started to get a little bit handsy with the ball, and the refs called it a foul on Tone Hunter.
And that'll lead to a timeout called on the floor. Score 54-43. We'll stay with you here on WXOU Sports on the TuneIn Radio app as well as live on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to WXOU Sports for broadcasts like these, for highlights, for interviews, for everything you need from your favorite college radio station. Just search WXOU Sports and hit subscribe.
Joe, Scott Nagy, coach for Wright State, is typically a very mild-mannered guy. You know, he expects a lot of his team, but you can pretty certainly prognosticate that he's not necessarily the happiest with his team right now, and I bet that huddle is pretty energetic and not necessarily in a good way for his players.
Well, judging by my binoculars that I have to have here because we're so far away from the court, there is a little bit of energy from Scott Nagy. You are right here. And I'm sure, and like we mentioned before, this game is far from over. Despite the 11-point lead that Oakland has maintained, it is still anybody's game at this point because of how lethal Wright State's offense is. And let's remind everybody of the stats here. They are number one in the Horizon League in points per game. They're sitting at over 88 points a game.
Yep.
And their field goal percentage is literally second in the country.
56% from the field, Joe. No joke.
It is an insane number. They have the top 3 field goal percentagers, you could say.
In the Horizon League.
In the Horizon League, it's Brandon Knoll, it's A.J. Braun, and it is, I forgot the third one. Forgive me. But Oakland still holds the top 3 spots in field goal percentages in the Horizon League. So you got to understand that the offense here could light fire at any time here. So I don't want to get it, obviously your Oakland fans are going to be very excited here, but they're still there's still just under 11 minutes to play here in this game. It could go either way.
So let's talk about Oakland for a second, because last time we mentioned Oakland's field goal percentage, they were about 41%. The way that they've kind of matriculated and got set in their offense, they're not shooting exactly 50% from the field. So Oakland's offense has the potential to be just as lethal. And discussing with Greg Campy, this is not necessarily something that he's unfamiliar with. He's seen it in practice. He's seen it all throughout summer. And now, I guess the first game where he really got to express it was the game against Robert Morris, where he was like, I'm at home, my fans get to see it. And now, going on the road, especially in a building that you really haven't had a lot of success in, and shooting 50% with about 11 minutes left in the game, I think he's shown the Horizon League and the NCAA just how good his offense can be.
And that will bring us back to play here. Trey Calvin now doubled in the right corner. We'll give it to Brandon Knoll at the top. They'll sweep it across to the other side. It's Hubricks. Hubricks finds some space in the middle, tries to dump it off to the big men in the middle. It is interrupted and intercepted. Oakland back with it. It was Baru and Townsend on the tipping the pass.
Got a little bit scared there when they doubled Calvin, because I thought they would try to dedicate more personnel, but they recovered quickly.
Blake Landman has it in the far corner, gives it to Townsend on the baseline. Townsend bobbles the pass here. He is called for a travel as he's trying to regain possession of the ball.
Rare turnover there by Townsend, and an inopportune one for Oakland.
Wright State's got it back, and Trey Calvin will bring it back in a hurry. Brandon Knoll at the left wing. He'll bring it over to the top. It's Hubricks. Hubricks now over to Calvin. We'll find Brandon Knoll hidden on the baseline. Can't get the layup on the other side, and it is turned back around, back to Oakland. Just over 10 to go in the game here. We have reached the metaphorical fourth quarter of the game. Tone Hunter will pass it to Baru on the inside. He was hidden the same way Knoll was and missed it the same way Knoll did at the cup. It will bring it back to Wright State. Bounce pass over, dumps it off inside. No good there, but Wright State will maintain possession. Fires it from 3, can't quite get it. A lot going on in the paint there as Oakland gets it back quickly in transition. It was Jack Goldkey preparing to fire a 3 in transition. But a whistle's blown to stop play here.
Looks like it was a foul.
It would be a foul on Wright State to give the ball back to Oakland, as it's now Lampman directing traffic for Oakland. Patiently, he goes to his right side. Stops on the wing. Brings it back up, moves around the screen, gives it inside to Trey Townsend, and it's intercepted by Brandon Knoll.
Tried to thread it in too tight of a window there.
Hubricks 2-on-1 with the Golden Grizzlies goes up and no good, but he is fouled on the way up.
And Greg Campy Very rarely is he upset, but he's upset on that one.
A kind-hearted head coach. That ball will stay with Wright State. It's Trey Calvin on the inbound. Bounce pass over to Braun. Braun over and back to him. He goes inside. Right-handed is up and swirls in.
Yeah, these paint points have been tough to get for Wright State. A.J. Braun's been kind of the spark plug between him and Nolf in the paint.
Just under 9 to go here. Oakland 54, Wright State 45. Peru at the top for Oakland. Bounce pass to Townsend. He goes to his right side. Spinning around Noel, trying to get some space, loses the ball, and it is back to Wright State. A.J. Braun able to catch it.
Again, trying to thread it in too tight of a window to Baru for that one.
Moving around in the paint, picked up his dribble. They'll give it over to the left corner for a three. Is Holden, it rims out, and Townsend's there to catch it one-handed.
Seemed like Holden delayed a lot with that three.
Golke fires a three, rims out. Tone Hunter looking to get it back in bounds. Couldn't do it in time, but it looks like a
get
foul.
it in time. Oh, no, it is a foul.
That's a foul on Trey Calvin. He is astonished. He's astonished.
Incensed.
The whole crowd disagrees with the call. The boos ensue, and the ball will stay with Oakland. A fresh 20 on the shot clock, 8:20 to go in the game. Oakland 54, Wright State 45. Jack Golke fires a three and drains it.
Was unable to make the other moving three, but I guess he's getting comfortable with his shot and was able to bury that one from the nearly top of the key.
Oakland up by 12, 57-45. Wright State goes inside. Shot is up, shot is no good. That is A.J. Braun with contact on the way up to send him to the line.
Yeah, Baru got really aggressive there.
Or rather, there was Tanner Holden fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line. And once again, we'd like to remind everybody here on the YouTube stream, be sure to subscribe to WXOU Sports for more live streams like this, for more game broadcasts, for more highlights, interviews, and shows, all from your favorite college radio station. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and never miss anything from WXOU Sports.
And we know you're listening because your average view time is about 10 minutes, so we appreciate that a lot.
Shots are up and good. That will bring the game to 10. 57-47 now, just under 8 to go. Oakland's got it back. Townsend up at the top. He'll go to his left side. DQ Cole at the top, guarded tightly by Trey Calvin. And there's Townsend inside against Braun. Right-hander up and right-hander good. 59-47, Oakland keeping that double-digit cushion.
Townsend's taking the points lead for Oakland in this game now with that bucket.
Holden with it. He'll kick it out. Over to Hubricks. He'll fire a three, and he'll drain it in return.
Seems like Hubricks performs well under pressure because both of his threes have been made in really tightly contested shots.
59-50. Wright State joins Oakland in the 50s. Trey Townsend with it, goes to his left side. Looking for a pass there, gets it at the top to Cole. Cole looking to get some space around the defense. Chris Conway's back against A.J. Braun. Left hand is up. Left hand can't find the rim or the backboard and will stay in bounds going back to Wright State. Under 7 to go. Fires a three is Trey Calvin off the heel. And a foul is called as both players are getting ready to rebound, and it is a foul on Wright State.
Fans are not happy with that one.
Tanner Holden called for that one.
The fans seem to be very expressive here in Wright State. They cheer a lot when Wright State does something good, and they boo very heavily when Wright State does something bad, or they disagree.
So biased.
So biased. It's almost like they're fans.
But that will lead to a timeout here. 59-50 is the score. 6:47 on the clock. We'll take a break here on WXOU Sports to get you the rest of this matchup of the Golden Grizzlies and the Raiders. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports. We're getting down to the final stretch here. 6:47 on the second half clock. Oakland up by 9, 59-50 in the Nutter Center in Dayton, Ohio. You're listening to WXOU Sports. Giovanni Moceri here with Harjun Buttar.
It's been a great game. You know, back and forth. We saw how we can see how potent Wright State's offense has been. They just haven't been able to break through and just open the floodgates offensively. And Oakland is doing exactly what they need to do to keep themselves at bay. Sorry, I'm shaking my head and I'm moving the microphone, but I'm super impressive right now. Impressed, with how Oakland has been able to control the tempo of this game. Campy always talks about controlling the possessions, and that's how you're going to control the pace of a game. And based on the stats, they're again even 54 possessions. This is exactly where Campy wants to be at this point in the game, and you gotta think that he's pretty happy with the way his team's been playing in the Nutter Center.
And the scoring for Oakland has been spread out. Trey Townsend leads the Golden Grizzlies with 14 points, Golke with 12, and Cole with 10 for your double-digit scores. But all the way down, all players that have seen minutes today have scored at least once. So all the scoring has been really spread out here for Oakland. There hasn't been a single target for Wright State's defense to center around, and that's been dangerous for Oakland.
I think when early in the game they started to go to Conway and they started to go to Lampman a lot more, you started to see them hone in on those two guys. But now as the scoring has gotten more spread out, Wright State's kind of in analysis paralysis on exactly who to guard heavily and who to sag off on.
And play will now resume here. It'll be Oakland inbounding on the non-scoring half. Lampman to Cole. Guarded heavily by Trey Calvin. He makes it to half court. Calvin on the Cole on the logo. Gives it over to Golke in the left wing. Bounce pass over to Townsend. Goes underneath the basket, looking for some space. Finds it and gets it.
Whenever those passes into the paint to Townsend whenever those connect, Townsend will just work his magic.
Townsend's awareness underneath the basket, which way he's faking the players, his defenders, which way. He's got a great sense of underneath the basket.
Second to none.
Fires a three is Wright State off on the front rim. That was Hubricks on the shot. Rebound by Oakland. 61-50 with 6 minutes to go. Cole with it, goes to his right side. Up at the top is now Townsend. Townsend will sweep it over to Lampman. Lampman at the top, finds some space, goes to his right side, swatted. Before the shot was up, Hubricks slashing. Lampman going to the basket. That'll get him to the line.
It's just these mistakes that are piling up for Wright State that are giving Oakland more opportunities to extend their lead.
And Oakland now seeing their third and fourth free throws of the game. Not a whole lot of opportunities so far for Oakland. This will add to it. Shot is up. Shot is good for Blake Lampman. Points up to the sky. 62-50, 5:50 on the clock here in the second half. Shot is up. Shot is good for Blake Lampman. Oakland is 4 for 4 from the line. Calvin will carry it across to the top. Calvin looking for some space here. He'll find Hubricks. And then we'll find Knoll inside. Kicks out back to Calvin. Left wing. He goes to baseline. Looking for that jumper. Guarded tightly by DQ Cole. But an offensive rebound will put it back in. That is A.J. Braun.
Alex Hubricks,
excuse me. DQ Cole's got it now at the top. 63-52. Oakland 11 points up. Baru now on the left side. Battles his way through. Shot is up. Swatted away this time actually by Braun. Hubricks fakes the three. Goes back. And unready for the pass was A.J. Braun. And a foul is called during the commotion. It hit him in the chest with his hands up.
Yeah, these Wright State uniforms, apropos for military night, but a nightmare for broadcasters like you and I.
Wright State is wearing the white camo with yellow numbers.
Not a good combination, I must say.
Not for contrast. Oakland sporting their black with gold trim. Something we'll be getting ready to see as they face Detroit on March 2nd for the blackout game.
Big game.
Second free throw's no good. They are split by A.J. Braun, but it'll stay with Wright State. A pass inside looking for Braun. Up and no good against Baru.
Wow.
And we'll get it back to Oakland.
Baru has been a defensive anchor for Oakland in this game.
It won't show up a whole lot in the stat sheet, but man, does he make a difference inside.
He does all the dirty work for Oakland, and that's what's really important in his game.
Oakland's got it back. Baru at the top. A whistle's blown off ball. Tanner Holden will be called on a foul.
And that's going to make Wright State's 4th team foul.
63-53. Oakland's up by 10. 4:35 left in the game. Wright State's got to get it going and get it going quick. Townsend gets the inbound, goes to the paint against Knoll. Up around on the left side, up and no good. Rebounded one-handed by A.J. Braun.
Seems like they're flashing that that full court press there. Maybe something they might want to implement later in the game.
Hubrick's with it. We'll give it to Brandon Knoll, who's left open for three. Brandon Knoll makes it from three.
One of the rare big men in the Horizon League that can be pretty lethal from beyond the arc.
It's something that we see in the NBA. Not so much over in the Horizon League, but a flash of that from Brandon Knoll will send it to a timeout. 63-56. Wright State cuts it to a single-digit lead for Oakland, and we'll be right back here. You're listening to WXOU Sports. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports, as we're getting down really to the final stretch of the game here. 4:13 on the clock, and Oakland is up by 7, 63-56.
Yeah,
it's been
a heck of a game.
Wright State threatening so far. If they can keep the momentum going and cut it down to a single possession, then it could really be anybody's game. It's up to Oakland now to keep that cushion.
Absolutely, and seems like Campy's defense has kind of lost the plot here in the last couple of minutes coming out of the previous timeout, but we've seen how they're able to adjust, and as long as they're able to control the 3 game, they can continue to make palatable shots and continue to have a cushion towards the end of this game.
And what's going to be a huge key is going to be Baru in the middle on defense for Oakland. He's been swatting away shots. They haven't been the fantastic volleyball spikes that we are used to seeing on the highlights, but just a little bit, just the top of the finger on the ball will keep it from going in, and it's been huge so far with the 2 big guys, A.J. Braun and Brandon Knoll, for Wright State, struggling inside.
What I think Oakland's going to start to see from Wright State is Wright State's gotten a lot of shots into the paint. You're starting to see flashes of it with Brandon Knoll jacking up that 3. Is they're going to start to play an inside-out game where, guys are going to go into the paint, but they're not going to look to shoot. They're going to look for an open shooter on the perimeter like Calvin or Holden that's wide open that can just catch and shoot and continue to make Oakland's life miserable.
And Oakland will inbound it. It is now to DQ Cole on the close sideline. Makes it his way across the logo against Trey Calvin. Cole looking for some space. We'll find Townsend in motion. Goes to his left side, inside, up and just off the front of the rim. Wright State's fighting for the rebound, and it flies out of bounds off of both A.J. Braun and Brandon Knoll. That will keep the possession alive for Oakland on offense.
Yeah, it just seemed like some bad touches there by Wright State close to the net and caused the out of bounds.
Cole inbounding it from the scoring baseline all the way to the logo to Baru. He'll give it to Townsend. On his right wing, he'll find a lane in the center, but loses the ball.
That 5 out was not going to work well for Oakland.
Wright State in transition, fires a 3. Just rims out. Brandon Knoll is looking for another one.
I don't think he was going to get that one twice.
Jack Golke's now got it close sideline, gives it now to Cole. Still trying to get just past the logo to the arc. Almost losing his dribble. Guarded tightly by Calvin. And Jack Golke's wide open for 3. Just off on the front rim. DQ Cole's there. Can he put it back in? He can!
Wow, great job by DQ Cole.
Superman is in the building, and he's from Pontiac. DQ Cole fired up. And as Brandon Knoll fakes a 3 in the left corner, he'll give it to Hubricks on the right wing. Going inside, backs away. Hubricks fires a jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound by Knoll. And a jump ball will be called, fighting for that rebound.
And Oakland gets the possession arrow, I think, so they retain possession, or they get possession.
That'll be Blake Lampman on the opposite baseline.
Just a stat update for all of our listeners. DQ Cole is 1 rebound away from a double-double. He currently has 9.
With 12 points, 6 of 10 from the field. And Golke loses the ball. Wright State's got it in transition. And a wide open point-blank layup is missed by Wright State. The rim
is
seems
not
to
been
be
kind.
6 feet tall itself. 6 feet thick itself.
That's a run out that usually a lot of teams just power down, and Wright State unable to capitalize and get the easy bucket.
Just barely not enough height to get that one to roll in. 65-56 is the score. Oakland's up by 9 with just over 2.5 to go in the game here in Dayton, Ohio. Tone Hunter will carry it across half court. He loses the ball, but then Trey Calvin will lose it out of bounds himself. Tripping over Tone Hunter as he went to the ground.
That's going to be a foul on Tone.
So the ball will stay with Wright State. It'll be Trey Calvin on the line.
And Tone Hunter's in some foul trouble now. He's got 4 on the night.
Oakland with 17 fouls, Wright State with 5. 2:26 on the clock, 65-56 is the score as Trey Calvin makes his first free throw and is awarded another. Trey Calvin for Wright State in this game. 10 points.
He's not going to miss his free throws. He's Trey Calvin.
He makes both of them. That'll get him to 12 on the day. And I'll give the ball back now to Oakland. DQ Cole's got it past half court. Up to Landman on the logo, guarded closely by Alex Hubricks. Landman goes to his right side. Still can't quite get to it. DQ Cole's now got it to Trey Townsend inside. Bounce pass to Golke in the corner for 3. There's Jack Golke from 3.
Beautiful shot there by Golke. Contested.
Oakland's up by 10, 68-58 with under 2 minutes to go. Wright State's got it. Trey Calvin, he'll fire a 3. Just rims out. Baru with the rebound. Trey Townsend will get it across half court. Baru with it, finds an open lane. Euro steps up. Can it bounce in? It cannot. But Baru is fouled on his way up. He'll go to the line to try and get this lead further into the double digits for Oakland. 1:34 on the clock. Baru this game is second in rebounding with 8. DQ Cole getting his double-double, now has 10 on the night.
Seems like some fans are starting to leave.
That's gotta hurt for the home crowd. Wow. Shot is up, shot just off the front and goes in for Baru Nevalarua. Trey Calvin's got it, looking to take it himself. A circus shot from 3 is no good. Rebounded by Trey Townsend. It'll be poked out of bounds and stay with Oakland. Yeah, there's a general stream of Wright State fans
Heading for the exits.
Trying to beat the traffic here in Dayton.
I think I think that's that's probably what it is. We saw when we checked into the hotel yesterday a massive amount of cars in the parking lot. We were like, what the heck is this? Country concert of all things.
The Nutter Center is home to many such events. Holds over 9,000. Trey Townsend's now got it for Oakland. A minute to go. Oakland up by 10. Lammons now got it. Retreats to the logo. Spins around to get free. Look for a bounce pass to Trey Townsend. He'll fire a three, and Trey Townsend will make it from the corner. 71-58. Oakland cementing their lead with under a minute to go. Timeout on the floor. And we're going to take a break here ourselves here on WXOU Sports. Oakland's up big with a minute to go, 71-58. Welcome back, everybody, to WXOU Sports. It's the final minute here in the Nutter Center. Oakland up 71-58. A stream of Wright State fans are already leaving the stadium as Oakland looks to cement their win tonight here in Dayton, Ohio, to go up 11-4 in the Horizon League.
Pretty important for seeding because Oakland, if they win this game, they continue to keep pace with Green Bay. After a win over Youngstown, Green Bay is pretty firmly in first place. So Oakland just needs to get the momentum going, needs to keep pace with the Phoenix if they want to at least stay the number 2 seed and continue to vie for the number 1 seed. Because we were looking at it earlier, Green Bay's got a tough schedule coming up, and if they drop one of those games, Oakland's got to swoop in and pick up the momentum.
Yeah, Green Bay's got the tough part of their schedule coming up here in the Horizon League, facing top teams like Youngstown State. Coming up soon. It's going to be important for seeding for sure. 35 left in the game. Oakland's got it. A couple of free throws made for Wright State. We'll get it to 71-60. Blake Lammons got it, trying to stall out the clock here. He's double teamed. We'll find DQ in the corner. He'll fire a three. DQ Cole will make it from three and increase it to 74-60. 14-point lead for Oakland. Holden will take a three for Wright State. Off, up, and to the right. And Wright State will dribble out the clock here for a huge win here in the Nutter Center. Final score will be, at the buzzer, 74-60 to close out the game here against the Wright State Raiders. That's now 2 years in a row that Oakland has won in Dayton, Ohio. Last year was won by a Rocket Watts three-pointer in the corner. This one won by a very comfortable 14-point lead for Oakland to now go up 11-4 in the Horizon League. If you're watching on YouTube, my co-host Harjun Buttar sprinted off to the sideline to get ourselves an interview with one of the star players of the Golden Grizzlies. Be sure to subscribe to WXOU Sports to make sure that you hear that interview, as it will be uploaded to our channel later tonight. A huge game for the Golden Grizzlies. You heard it here on WXOU Sports. From Giovanni Moceri and from Harjun Buttar, that'll do it for us here in the Nutter Center. We'll send it back to Drew Allison for your post-game show right here on WXOU Sports.